It is not an accident. You are here, my beloved. The divine clock has whispered your name, and eternity itself has bent its course to draw you into this moment. Do not think it is coincidence that your eyes rest on these words, for there are no coincidences in heaven's design. You were pulled here by threads of light, threads spun before the foundations of the earth, threads that were woven into the tapestry of your destiny. Every delay you have carried, every unanswered prayer, every tear that has fallen into the silence, has prepared this very hour. Hear me, the delay is over, the waiting is finished, and the miracle you begged for is already at your door. Stay, my child. Do not turn away. Do not skip ahead. Do not grow restless, for even now the sands of time are shifting in your favor. The hourglass has been overturned, and the grains fall like sparks of fire, one by one. There is a window, a sacred opening, a thin veil that will not remain forever. Even as you hear my voice, the hands of the eternal clock move closer to the strike of fulfillment. 35 minutes remain before the decree is sealed, and within that space, within that narrow threshold, your life bends toward its turning point. You have wondered, why me? Why now? Why after so long? And I tell you, because your name has been preserved in the chambers of light. While others mocked, while the enemy whispered, while friends doubted, you were not abandoned. You were hidden. You were shielded. You were marked for this moment. Heaven did not forget you. Heaven did not discard you. Instead, heaven kept you in silence, the way a seed is kept under the soil, unseen, uncelebrated, and yet alive with secret power. The delay was not punishment, beloved, it was preparation. You were being rooted in strength, guarded in obscurity, and aligned for a harvest that could not be stolen. Now the silence is breaking. Do you feel it? The tremor in your chest, the sudden weight pressing against the air, the tears forming without reason, the chills running down your arms like waves of electricity. These are not accidents. These are confirmations. Heaven presses upon your body to remind you that you are not imagining, you are not fabricating. This is divine reality announcing itself through your senses. The veil is thin tonight, beloved. Angels move around you unseen. Flames burn upon altars that you cannot see, and a decree with your name on it has been unsealed. Do not let fear tell you otherwise. For years, the enemy has whispered, "It is too late. You are forgotten. Nothing will change." But I come to break that lie, to cut it from your spirit with the sword of truth. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. Your prayers have been stored in golden bowls before the throne of the Most High, and the bowls have reached their tipping point. The bowls and the bowls now overflow. For though the storm seemed endless, though the silence seemed unbearable, both were signs of preparation. The clouds that once frightened you were gathering to release their water. Do you hear it? The thunder rolling in your spirit, the crack of doors unlocking, the movement of keys turning. This is the moment creation groans for the revealing of what was hidden. The delay is over, and the door is standing open. Beloved, this word is not for the many, it is for you. Do not dismiss this as empty comfort. You are marked, you are chosen. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. This message is the seal upon your waiting, the final note in the symphony of preparation. Even now, you stand at the edge of fulfillment. I see the scrolls unrolling. your name inscribed in fire. I see the decree lifted high, stamped with the authority of the Eternal One, and I am commanded to cry over you. The delay is over. The miracle has already arrived. Beloved, I warn you with love, guard your heart in this moment. Do not allow distraction to steal what is being delivered to you. Every second you remain under this word. Every moment you let it flow into your spirit. Chains are breaking, doors are swinging, and angelic messengers are being dispatched in your favor. This is no ordinary hour. This is the hour appointed for your release. Do you feel the trembling in your spirit? That trembling is the echo of eternity, aligning with your timeline. You are not just hearing words, you are receiving a decree. You are not just listening with ears, you are being marked with fire. My beloved child, I implore you, stay, remain, receive. The countdown has begun, and the hands of the divine clock will not wait forever. 35 minutes, a sacred threshold, is open before you. The delay is broken, the waiting has ended, and the miracle stands at your door, knocking softly, waiting for you to open. Beloved, lean closer in spirit, for what I say next is not casual, it is urgent. You stand in the middle of a countdown that heaven itself has marked. Every grain of time falling right now is infused with purpose. Each moment carries a charge, and the one who recognizes the weight of this moment will walk through doors that others will miss. I tell you again, it is not by accident you are here. It is not chance. It is not random scrolling. It is the divine clock whispering, your time has come. You have felt the pull for days, perhaps even weeks, something stirring deep, something restless within you, a knowing you cannot explain. That was heaven preparing you for this encounter. Even now, as you read these words, your body testifies. Some of you feel the tightening in your chest. Others feel a warmth rising in your hands. Some are trembling. Some have tears pressing at the edge of your eyes, to remind you that this is not imagination, this is visitation, the miracle you begged for, the one you thought was delayed beyond repair has been positioned. While you were worrying, angels were moving. While you were doubting, scrolls were being written. The miracle has not been denied. It has been hidden until the enemy's eyes were turned away. Now the veil is being lifted, and you will see what was always yours. But hear me, my child. You must not grow careless. You must not say, I will come back later, for this is a narrow gate. The divine clock does not swing open without measure. Do not allow distraction to rob you. Do not look away, even for a breath. For in a single breath, an entire lifetime can shift. 2 minutes is enough for heaven to release what you have been waiting on for years. A knock to resound at your door. 2 minutes, beloved, can alter your entire destiny. I see chains snapping as you hear this. Chains of fear, chains of delay, chains of generational heaviness that clung to your bloodline for centuries. They are breaking, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. It is like standing in the river of fire that flows from the throne. Once it touches you, you cannot remain the same. Every particle of your being is being marked with light. Every cell in your body vibrates under the decree. Look around, the air feels different now. The silence in the room has shifted, hasn't it? The stillness you sense is not emptiness, it is presence. Heaven has bent low to meet you where you are. Angels encircle you unseen, and the Spirit hovers over you like breath. This is what the prophets longed to touch, what generations prayed to see, and you are standing in the very center of it. Beloved, do not treat lightly what others would give everything to taste. Let me remind you again, the delay is not denial. It was heaven's shield. If you had received what you asked for earlier, it would have been stolen. If the door had opened sooner, enemies standing at its threshold would have snatched it. You were guarded. By the silence, every not yet was secretly a yes, but at the perfect time. And that perfect time is no longer approaching, it is here. I see you, child. I see your weariness, the heaviness that clung to your heart. You said in your secret prayers, Lord, I cannot carry this anymore. And heaven answered with this word, you don't have to. The weight is lifting now. Even as you read, strength is returning, hope is rising, and faith that once flickered is bursting into flame. Do not underestimate this moment. It is the ignition of everything you prayed for. Beloved, I urge you, guard this revelation. Do not scatter it with careless words. Some miracles bloom only in silence, and this one is yours to hold close. Cherish it, protect it, hide it until it ripens into sight. For there are those who would laugh, those who would mock, those who would trample pearls cast before them. This miracle is too precious to expose to doubters. Hold it, beloved, until its fragrance fills the air and no one can deny it. Stay connected, my child. Stay aligned. For this is not the only whisper heaven has for you. There will be more decrees, more unveilings, more doors that swing wide. But if you disconnect, if you wander from the flow, you risk missing what is next. This is why I say to you gently, remain in covenant. Subscribe, not as a click, but as an act of agreement. Next wave, the next divine timing. I close this section with a decree over you. You are not here by chance. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, preserved, and marked. 35 minutes remain upon the clock, and heaven is aligning every grain of time with your name. Stand still, stay present, remain under this word, for the miracle has arrived. The delay is over. The door is open. And beloved, it is already at your threshold, waiting for you to step through, beloved. Hear me well. The greatest battles are always fought in silence, in whispers that no one else hears but you. And I know the whispers that have stalked you. I know the voice that has pressed against your heart again and again, telling you, you are forgotten, you are too late. Nothing will ever change. These are not your thoughts, my child. These are the hiss of the enemy, jealous of your light, envious of your calling, desperate to convince you that your miracle will never come. For years, shadows have tried to suffocate your hope. They clothed themselves in familiar voices, sometimes through people you trusted, sometimes through the echo of your own fears. They said, look, nothing has moved. Look, heaven is silent. They pointed at the delay and told you it was proof of abandonment. But I tell you the truth, their lies are unraveling even now. The silence was not emptiness, it was a shield. The delay was not rejection, the shift happening even as these words enter your spirit. That heat rising in your chest, that sudden weight behind your eyes, that trembling in your hands, do not brush it aside. These are confirmations, somatic signs, physical proof that heaven is pressing against the veil of your body. When tears come without reason, it is because the Spirit of God is pouring oil upon your soul. When chills race across your skin like wind, it is because angelic presence brushes past you. Is glory pressing in, the weight of the promise descending? These are not accidents. These are divine confirmations, meant to silence the enemy's lies forever. Remember this: the darker the whisper, the brighter the decree, and the decree has already been written in your favor. I have seen the scrolls, and your name is engraved. In fire, I have heard the verdict, and it does not say denied. It does not say forgotten. It does not say lost. It says approved, released, fulfilled. That is your decree. And every whisper of the enemy falls powerless before it, beloved. The enemy has fought you so hard because he knows what heaven placed in you. He saw glimpses of your calling, and he trembled. He tried to distract you, delay you, discourage you, even to destroy you, but you are still here. Do you understand what that means? It means the attempts failed. It means heaven's shield worked. It means no matter how hard darkness tried, it could not cancel what was written for you. You have survived storms that should have drowned you, fires that should have consumed you, betrayals that should have broken you, and yet you stand. That is proof enough that you are chosen, marked, preserved. Now hear this clearly. Within moments, you will sense the first echo of fulfillment. The decree is not only in heaven, it is manifesting upon the earth. The Spirit says to you, expect the sound. For some, it will come as a call that surprises you. For others, it will be a message you were not expecting. For some, it will be a literal knock at your door. Each one a sign that the unseen has broken through the seen. And when it happens, you will know the delay truly is over. But here is the warning: guard it like treasure. Not every ear can hear what you are about to receive. Some will laugh, some will mock, some will envy, and their disbelief can trample what is still tender. Tell everyone this is only for you. Some miracles must bloom in silence, hidden until they are undeniable. This is one of them. Hold it close, guard it well, until it ripens into sight, beloved. I cry out over you. The enemy's whisper has been silenced. The lies are cut away. The decree of heaven rings louder than any darkness, and the proof will not delay. Within 2 minutes of heaven's yes, earth must echo. Within 2 minutes, the sound will come, the call, the message, the knock. Stay alert, watch for it. For the eternal clock does not miss its strike, and when the moment comes, it will be swift, it will be undeniable, it will be yours, beloved. Lean closer. The veil is thin, and what I am about to release is not for many, it is for you. For too long you have lived under the sound of delay. Each day you asked, when will it come? And each day the silence seemed to mock you. But hear me, silence is never absence. Silence is strategy. The heavens do not waste words. When heaven is silent, it is because angels are moving. When heaven is silent, it is because scrolls are being prepared. When heaven is silent, it is because timing is being perfected. And now the silence is breaking. Do not mistake this moment. Do not brush it away as just another word, just another voice. Beloved, you will not find this on accident. You were pulled into this very hour because eternity wrote your name upon its page. I see the fire sealed. On your destiny, I see the mark that others cannot erase. Even your mistakes, even your missteps, even your tears could not erase it. Heaven does not cancel what it has already decreed. The enemy knows this, and that is why he has tried so hard to convince you otherwise. His greatest weapon has not been chains, but whispers. His greatest prison has not been bars, but lies. He told you, you are too late, you are disqualified, you are forgotten, and you believed him for a moment. You wept under the weight of those words, but I tell you now, beloved, those lies are shattered. They are ash under your feet. The decree of heaven thunders louder. You are chosen, you are marked, you are not forgotten, you are not late, you are right on time. Do you feel the shift in your body even now, that wave rushing through you, that sudden trembling in your spirit, that unexplained heat upon your skin? That is confirmation, that is your proof. Heaven speaks not only in words, but in sensations. The Spirit marks you with chills, with tears, with heaviness, with sudden peace, so that your body becomes an altar where the fire rests. Do not ignore it. Do not dismiss it. This is your seal of authenticity. Beloved, I must whisper the secrecy. Clause again. Guard this moment. Do not speak it into careless ears. Do not throw it before doubters. For some will not understand, some will not believe, some will seek to diminish what they cannot comprehend. Protect the miracle until it blooms. Protect the seed until it bursts into fruit. Heaven is entrusting you with something weighty, and weighty things must be held in silence until they are strong enough to stand in the open. Now, hear the prophecy. Within 2 minutes of the appointed strike, there will be a sign. Some of you will hear the phone ring when you least expect it. Some of you will see a message arrive, words you prayed to read. Some of you will hear the literal sound of a knock at the door. And when it comes, you will know this was no coincidence. This was no accident. This was the echo of heaven breaking into your reality. I tell you again, beloved, with urgency, be alert, stay watchful. Do not dismiss small things, for even the smallest sound can carry the weight of eternity. A knock, a call, a word, a moment that is enough to shift everything. The miracle you begged for is not on its way, it has arrived. The delivery has already been dispatched. The angel has already been sent. The decree has already been sealed. The countdown has already begun. Do not grow weary now. Do not abandon the field when the harvest is about to break the soil. You have waited too long, cried too hard, fought too fiercely to walk away in the final moments. This is not the time to faint. This is the time to stand. The delay is over. The miracle is at your threshold. Every second you stay aligned, chains are snapping, doors are swinging, angels are moving. Beloved, I cry out with fire. The whispers are over. The lies are silenced. The clock has struck. Within 2 minutes, you will know, and when you know, you will never be the same again, beloved. Now you must see with the eyes of your spirit, for heaven speaks not only in words, but in signs, in symbols, in visions that carry eternal meaning. What you are about to discern is not ordinary. These are the patterns by which the Almighty reveals His plans. And if you recognize them, you will never be deceived by the counterfeit again. The first sign is the door. For years, you have stood before doors that would not open. You knocked, and they remained locked. You pushed, and they refused to move. You wept, asking why others entered freely while you stood outside. But hear me now, not every door is meant for you. Some doors are painted illusions, beautiful on the outside, hollow within. Some doors are traps designed by the enemy, decorated to appear like opportunity, but leading only to loss. That is why the true door was hidden until now. Heaven preserved it. Heaven kept it sealed until the appointed hour. And now, beloved, I see it swinging wide. I see the hinges glowing with fire. I see the lock melting in the heat of God's decree. I see angels standing on either side, saying, "This one is chosen, let them through." But you must choose to step in. Do not hesitate. Do not remain standing at the threshold in fear. For many will see the door, but only the bold will enter. You must walk through, beloved, even if trembling, even if uncertain, for the other side holds what you have been begging for. The second sign is the scroll. In the courts of heaven, scrolls are not mere paper. They are decrees, verdicts, final judgments written in flame. For a long time, the scroll with your name was sealed, sat waiting, untouched, as other names were read. You thought heaven had forgotten, but the truth is this: the scroll was being written, line by line, stroke by stroke, with a precision that could not be rushed. And now I see it. The seal has been broken. The scroll is unrolled, and across its surface, burning in fire, is your destiny. It says, approved, released, fulfilled, appointed. That scroll carries more weight than any contract on earth, more authority than any court below. No man, no demon, no circumstance can erase what is written there. The third sign is the bowl. For years, your prayers have been collected in these golden bowls set before the throne of God. Every tear, every sigh, every whispered cry you thought vanished into the dark has been stored, and the bowls have been tipping, fuller with each day of your endurance, heavier with each act of your faith. Beloved, I see them tipping now. I see the fragrance rising. I see the oil of your prayers being poured back upon you as rain, as blessing, as answers long withheld. And when the bowls pour, they do not pour a drop, they pour rivers. Expect rivers, beloved. Expect overflow. Expect the atmosphere of your very home to change. And finally, the fourth sign is the gavel. For heaven is not chaos, it is a courtroom, a place where decrees are sealed and judgments rendered. For too long, the enemy stood in that courtroom accusing you. He pointed at your failures. He pointed at your past. He pointed at your fears. And he said, they are not worthy. They are disqualified. They cannot receive. But I watched as the judge of all raised his hand. I watched as the gavel of eternity struck the throne, and the verdict was declared. This one is mine. This one is chosen. This one will receive. And beloved, once the gavel strikes, no appeal can overturn it. It is final. It is sealed. It is done now. Hear me carefully. All of these signs, door, scroll, bowl, gavel, are converging in this very moment. They are aligning like stars in the heavens, forming a pattern no eye can miss. Do not call it coincidence. Do not dismiss it as imagination. These are confirmations that the miracle has already been released. The delay was preparation. The silence was strategy. The waiting was alignment. You are stepping into what was always yours. But I must warn you, not everyone will see the signs. Some will look at the open door and call it luck. Some will see the scroll and call it fantasy. Some will see the bowls pouring and call it coincidence. Some will hear the gavel strike and remain deaf. That is why this word is not for them, it is for you. Beloved, You are chosen to recognize what others ignore. And now, beloved, prepare yourself for the echo. For within 2 minutes of heavens, yes, the earth must respond. A sound will come, a call, a message, a knock at your door. Do not dismiss it. Do not overlook it. This is the moment where decision meets destiny. Do not falter. Do not delay, beloved. Do not miss this. When heaven opens a door, it does not open it for the crowd, but with that choice comes a sacred responsibility. You must guard what you are being given. Not everyone will celebrate. Not everyone will believe. Some will envy. Some will mock. And some will try to poison what they cannot carry themselves. That is why I whisper into your spirit a holy instruction. Keep this between you and heaven. This is secrecy. Clause number 2. Guard the treasure until it matures. Protect the miracle until it becomes undeniable. There are some things too holy to speak aloud before their appointed time, beloved. I see in the spirit the counterfeit doors collapsing. They are falling like stage props, crumbling into dust. And I see the true door, radiant with fire, standing firm, open wide. The choice is before you. Will you step through, or will you linger in fear? This is the decision drama that heaven sets before every chosen one. To stand still is to lose. To step forward, trembling but trusting, is to win. Do not let hesitation rob you. Step through, beloved. Step through, even if you do not see the full picture. For faith is the key that opens what your eyes cannot yet discern. I tell you again, delays were not punishment, but preparation. Storms were not destruction, but alignment. Shakings were not endings, but harvests. Every pause was a setup. Every silence was a strategy. Every no was secretly a yes, waiting for the right hour. And, beloved, that hour is now. The bowls have tipped. The scroll has been unrolled. The gavel has struck. The door is open. The only thing left is your choice to believe, to step, to receive. Do not underestimate the weight of this hour. The eternal clock ticks even now. 35 minutes remain in the divine window, but within that window are 2-minute strikes. I see it clearly. At the moment heaven says yes, earth must echo. Within 2 minutes, a sign will manifest. Teed may be subtle, it may appear ordinary, but it will carry the weight of eternity behind it. A vibration in your phone, a voice at your door, a word spoken unexpectedly, that will be your proof. Did not the King of Kings come as a child in a manger? Did not the fire of Pentecost appear first as a small flame? Do not despise the small. Watch closely. Guard every detail. For in the smallest sound, the greatest promise can be hidden. And so I say again with urgency, protect what is coming. Do not speak it into the wrong ears. This is not for everyone. This is for you. Guard it in silence until the fruit blossoms. The miracle is fragile in its first breath, but once it takes root, nothing can uproot it. Heaven has entrusted you with weighty treasure, and you must treat it as sacred. Now, beloved, I release a decree over you. The counterfeit doors are collapsing. The authentic door is open, and the choice is before you. Within 2 minutes of heaven's yes, the earth will echo. Do not let unbelief blind you. The trembling, the heaviness, the fire pressing against your spirit. You are standing in the courtroom of heaven, and the verdict has already been read. You are standing at the door of destiny, and it is already open. You are standing under the tipping bowls, and the rain is already falling. The The decree is final. The miracle is yours. The only step left is to walk forward, beloved. Step through. Step now, for the delay is over, beloved. Pause and look back for a moment. Look at the path you have walked. Look at the storms you endured, the shakings you survived, the nights of silence that felt unbearable. You thought they were punishments, but heaven commands me to tell you they were not punishments, they were preparations. The storm that shook your world was not sent to break you, it was sent to align you. Trees that grow in still air grow weak, but trees that stand in storms sink their roots deep. That storm you thought would uproot you was the very storm that drove your roots deeper into faith, deeper into strength, deeper into the soil of endurance. You are stronger now than you realize. The storm did not destroy you, it fortified you. It aligned you for what is coming, and the shaking. The sudden endings you could not explain, that shaking was not meant to harm you. It was the hand of heaven loosening what could not stay. It was the branch being shaken so that the ripest fruit could fall into your lap. The shaking was never the enemy's triumph. It was heaven's harvest. What fell away was not meant to remain. What stayed is pure, refined, unshakable, and what is coming now will not be taken. And the silence, the long, heavy silence that pressed against your chest, the silence that made you doubt if heaven heard you, at all, beloved, that silence was strategy. The judge of all does not shout while the case is being written. He waits until the verdict is sealed. Heaven was not ignoring you. In silence it was plotting your victory. Every storm was alignment. Every shaking was harvest. You were never forgotten, you were being fortified. Now the promises begin to bloom. While those who mocked you watch, while those who doubted you stare in disbelief, heaven is placing a feast before you. The bread of joy, the wine of restoration. The table is yours, beloved, and no hand can snatch it away. I see financial chains breaking, debts dissolving like smoke in the wind, hidden provision being released, opportunities appearing where doors were long shut. Heaven's storehouses are opening, and the lack that haunted you is being replaced with abundance. But not just for you, your overflow will bless others. You will not only be provided for, you will become provision to many. I see health rising in your body, the heaviness lifting, the weariness dissolving, cells being restored, strength returning, vitality flowing back into your bones. Heaven's decree is not only for your spirit, but for your body, for your whole. Being the miracle is not partial, it is complete. I see the atmosphere of your home shifting. Where there was tension, there will be peace. Where there was heaviness, there will be joy. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. The very air will change. You will walk through your own door and feel the difference. The calm, the sweetness of presence resting upon your dwelling, beloved. This is not a distant promise, it is the immediate fruit of the decree that has already been sealed. The miracle has already been dispatched. The gavel has already struck. You are standing not at the beginning of the process, but at the delivery of the promise. The delay is over, and here I whisper softly, gently, so that it takes root in your spirit. Do not disconnect. Do not walk away after tasting only the first drops of rain. The storm of blessing has only begun to pour. Stay aligned, stay connected, stay in covenant. Subscribe, not for algorithm, not for ritual, but for alignment, so that the next whisper does not pass you. so that the next decree does not fall unheard. Covenant keeps you connected. Covenant keeps you ready. Beloved, the miracle written over your life is not small. It is not fragile. It is not just enough for you to survive. Heaven does not release crumbs to its chosen, it releases overflow. What is being poured out upon you now will not stop with you. It will spread. It will multiply. It will touch every corner of your life until your name becomes a testimony of abundance. I see your family wrapped in this blessing, children covered in light, protected in ways you cannot explain. Those estranged will soften hearts. Once hardened will melt bonds. Once severed will begin to mend. The curses that followed your bloodline, the patterns of brokenness that repeated for years, they are breaking now. Where there was poverty, wealth will flow. Where there was sickness, health will rise. Where there was division, unity will bloom. The decree sealed in heaven does not touch one life only. It rewrites entire generations. And beloved, you are the hinge. Through you, the door swings open for those who will come after you. I see joy returning where grief once lived. I see laughter filling rooms where silence once weighed heavy. I see peace saturating your nights where once you lay awake in fear. Even the very atmosphere around you will testify that something has shifted, something undeniable, something irreversible. This is not wishful thinking, is the decree, and the decree cannot be broken. Beloved, remember again the reframes that heaven has given you. The storm was never destruction, it was alignment. The shaking was never lost, was harvest. The silence was never abandonment, it was divine strategy. And now the fruit of every storm, the harvest of every shaking, the reward of every silence, is being placed into your hands. What the enemy mocked, heaven has multiplied. What was delayed is now arriving with interest. Do you feel it? The lightness pressing into your chest, the sudden tears rising, the warmth flowing through your hands. These are confirmations, somatic signs that heaven's oil is being poured upon you even now. You are receiving reality. Guard this covenant, my child. Protect it with faith. Do not scatter it with careless words, for heaven is not finished. This is only the beginning. More decrees will come, more whispers will descend, more doors will open, and you must not miss them. This is why I speak to you gently. Subscribe, not as a click, not as a ritual, but as an act of covenant. A covenant to remain under the flow, to remain aligned with heaven's timing, to remain attentive to the next whisper. Do not let the vine break between us, beloved, for heaven is weaving a pattern that unfolds piece by piece, and each piece matters. I close this section with a decree. The storm has aligned you, the shaking has harvested you, and now the promise has come. The table is set, the bowls have tipped, the scroll has unrolled, the gavel has struck. You are blessed, and your house is blessed. You are chosen, and your children are chosen. For the delay is over, and the miracle is not only at your door, is already spilling into every corner of your life. Beloved, the heavens are not silent anymore. The court has risen, the gavel has struck, and the verdict has been declared in your favor. I see it now, a decree written not with ink, but with fire. Letters blazing, carved into eternity itself, carrying your name, sealed by the hand of the Almighty. No hand can erase it, no tongue can revoke it, no enemy can overturn it. The decree is final, beloved. is yours. And as the decree descends, I see the vaults of heaven unlocking. For years, treasures were stored away for you, hidden from the eyes of your adversaries, kept safe in chambers of light. And now I see the keys turning. I hear the sound of locks breaking. I see doors of iron melting before the fire of this decree. Every chain that clung to your mind, every chain that wrapped around your heart. Some of you feel it now as trembling in your body. Some of you feel it as tears you cannot control. Some of you feel it as sudden peace that settles upon your chest. The Spirit commands me to remind you, within 2 minutes of heavens, yes, earth must echo. The decree is sealed, and the echo is already on its way. Do not doubt it. For some of you, it will be the unexpected call. For some, it will be the sudden message. For others, it will be the literal knock at your door. Do not say, "This is coincidence." Do not dismiss it as random. Heaven wastes nothing. Every sound will be a sign, and weight must be carried with wisdom. This is why I speak over you secrecy clause number 3. Guard this moment. Do not boast too soon. Do not share what is still ripening. Some fruits must remain hidden until their fragrance fills the air and no one can deny them. Loose lips can abort miracles, but silence protects them. Heaven has entrusted you with something holy, and you must hold it close until the appointed time of unveiling. Beloved, I see before you not only doors and scrolls, but crowns being lowered, crowns of joy, crowns of honor, crowns of restoration. These are not rewards you earned by strength. They are rewards you preserved through endurance. Every tear you cried became a jewel. Every prayer you prayed became a stone. Every season you endured became a thread. And now the crown is yours. Wear it not in pride, but in humility, for it is a testimony of grace. Do not leave the field half-watered. Do not step away before the harvest is fully ripe. Every second you remain under this decree, chains are breaking, doors are swinging, angels are moving. Do not grow weary, do not faint. This is the final stretch, the last surge, the moment where everything converges. Beloved, listen to the rhythm of eternity pulsing through these words. The gavel has struck, the decree is sealed. The vault is open. The chains are broken, the crowns are lowered, the door is wide, the delay is over, the miracle is here. And beloved, it waits for you to step forward. Beloved, do not grow weary now. You have walked through storms, survived shakings, endured silences, and now you stand at the edge of fulfillment. The air is heavy with promise. The heavens are charged with decree, and the earth itself trembles, preparing to echo heaven's yes. This is not the time to faint. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to stand still and see the salvation of your God. I see it clearly. The fire of the decree is descending. It burns away what cannot stay. It consumes every lie spoken over you, every curse whispered against you, every shadow that dared to linger in your path. Flames are licking the chains that once bound you, and they are snapping like brittle twigs. You are being loosed. You are being freed. You are being elevated. Do you feel it, beloved? That trembling in your bones, that pressure in your chest, that heat upon your hands. These are confirmations. Heaven is pressing against you. The Spirit is marking you. The veil is so thin that the line between the seen and unseen is almost gone. You are not imagining this. You are not fabricating it. This is your confirmation that the decree is alive within you. And now I must say again what has been sealed. Since the beginning, within 2 minutes of heaven's yes, earth, watch closely, listen carefully. A sound will come, a call, a message, a knock. Do not dismiss it. Do not overlook it. This is your sign, beloved. This is your proof. The eternal clock does not miss its strike. And when it strikes, you will know without a shadow of doubt, the delay is over. The miracle is here. But guard this moment. Protect this treasure. For not every eye can see it. Not every heart can hold it. This is why heaven whispered to you, do not tell everyone, this is only for you. Keep it close until it bursts into fullness. Protect it until it becomes undeniable. The secret held in silence will bloom into a testimony too bright to deny. Beloved, I see before you not only doors and crowns, but rivers flowing, rivers of provision, rivers of healing, rivers of joy. They spill over the banks of your life and touch everyone connected to you. Children blessed, loved ones restored, generations rewritten. This is not a trickle, it is an overflow. The vaults of heaven are not stingy. They pour until your cup runs over. Now hear this final decree, written in fire and sealed with thunder. The gavel has struck, the scroll has unrolled, the bowls have tipped, the vault, the crowns have descended, the rivers have overflowed, and beloved, the door is open. Do not leave the field half-watered. Do not walk away before the harvest is ripe. Stay until the end. For every second you remain under this decree, chains are breaking, angels are moving, blessings are unfolding. Do not rush away. Do not let impatience rob you. This is the sacred moment you prayed for, the miracle you begged for, the fulfillment of every hidden seed, beloved. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are chosen, marked, preserved. Your name is written in light, engraved upon the scrolls of eternity, carried upon the breath of angels. You are the one heaven whispered about, the one preserved through storms, the one raised in silence. And now the miracle has come. I close this with a covenant call. Stay connected, stay aligned, stay under the flow. Subscribe, not for ritual, but for covenant. For heaven is not done. More decrees will come. More whispers will follow. More doors will open. Do not miss the next word. Do not miss the next strike of the clock. Covenant keeps you aligned. Covenant keeps you ready. Covenant keeps you chosen. Beloved, rejoice, for the delay is over. The miracle is not approaching, it is here. It waits at your threshold, knocking softly, asking you to open, and when you open, everything changes forever.